What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Thought Provoking Podcast. I'm your host, Will Brown. I got some special guests in the building. Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Well, my name is Mika, and that's it.
A returning guest.
A returning guest, yes.
Okay. My brother,
How you all doing? Marcus Smith once again.
the Great Groove, another returning guest.
Stop it.
Today we got us a good topic today. Social media being a dangerous playground. But before we get off into that, I always like to mix it up with all my guests. I'm finna get in y'all business today.
Uh-oh.
Get in y'all business. If you're in a committed relationship and you're getting cheated on, would you want to know?
I would,
You would?
yes.
So if I'm your homeboy and I catch this, you expect me to tell you exactly what I know.
If you were my homeboy?
Yeah, I'm your homeboy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Once I tell, you gonna rat me out that I told?
No,
Okay.
that's law.
That's law.
Yeah.
What about you, my brother? What'd you want to know if
Alright.
you getting cheated on?
Nah,
You don't want to know.
don't tell me at all. Not at all.
Why is that?
Because 9 times out of 10, we seen this movie before. Don't nobody want to go. So it's like, why tell me? Then you got to do that whole back and forth dance. Somebody gonna deny something, or even keep it real. I might not be ready to go.
That's true.
Like just keeping it a buck. So now that puts me in a position to make a decision out of pride or whatever. And then boom, what if she denied?
That's true too.
And I'm supposed to hold it down too. So it's like, okay, do I tell where I got it from and really blow the shit up? Or do I take one for the team and hold you down, and I'm caught between a rock and a hard place because I can't confront her
Yeah.
without giving you up. So it's like,
Why can't you though?
I'm like,
Why
you
can't you?
because again, the rule is you telling me, but I can't put your name in it. So if the only way that I can prove what happened is to throw your name in it, now it's like, and yeah, some people might say that that's a bad way of looking at it. You choosing your homeboy over your relationship, or not choosing a relationship, but just putting everything out there on the table. But it's like, if it was really up to me to know, I'd have been paying attention to my shit. So it's like,
Some people good nowadays.
Yeah,
man.
they
yeah,
are.
real good.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I ain't condoning it, but what I am saying is, if it was really, really meant for you to know, you'd have been paying attention a little bit more. Or, hey, it ain't nobody else's job to police your relationship. That's how I see it.
So why can't you just roll with it to say, this is what I know you did. You caught red-handed. Even if a person denies it, I'm going to roll with it. So you going to keep lying? I'm going to roll that line to the end.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you having a conversation about it, to me, you don't really want to go. So why are we doing the same song and dance? Because it's like, if I know that you did it, yeah, I know you did X, Y, and Z, I'm out. It ain't really much to talk about. Like, because I think closure is completely overrated.
It is.
Like, it's completely overrated. So it's like, why you talking? Like, why are you really having a conversation?
But when you know, like, even though you may not be ready to leave, at least you know. Like, okay, I'm not going to say nothing, or I keep it to myself, or maybe I want to confront you, but I'm keeping that in the back of my mind if I'm not ready to leave. Now, if I'm ready to leave, I'm going to confront you and let you know I'm gone.
Okay, so same scenario. Your homegirl come to you and say, yeah, X, Y, and Z, I saw yada yada, your significant other. You bring it to them. And they even say, you know what, you caught me red-handed. What you do at that situation?
If I'm ready to leave, then I'm gone. If I'm not ready to leave, we going to have a conversation. And hopefully, everybody deserves a second chance in my book. But now when you get to the third, fourth, and fifth, that's a problem. Okay, but yeah.
Ooh.
Right. Do you want to know?
If I get cheated on, I want to know. I definitely want to know. Because my thing is, I feel like I'm good to people. If this is what's going on, let me go and get you out my life. Let me let you go and do you, be happy over there with your situation. Let me move on to a bigger, better situation. Obviously, this is not the one for me. I also don't like looking stupid. I don't want to be parading this person around. It's my girl. We got a good situation. I like to do dope stuff for people. When I fuck with you, like, I want to make everything a spectacle. I want you to always look at this dude like, what's next? You know, how will he top this right here, what he did? I won't be doing all that for somebody who got somebody else putting the rod up them, putting that rod up my woman, like, goddamn. But I'll tell you this, though, this has always been my thing when it comes to this situation. I've always asked, do you want to know? Because I could respect anybody saying, I don't want to know. I don't ever want you looking at me sideways if you find out that I know and didn't tell you. Because then you might feel like, well, damn, you know, this was my girl. You know how I feel about it. Like, why the fuck you ain't tell me? But I always say this is my key rule. If you want to know and I tell you, you can't put my name in. The only reason why I say you can't put, I stand on what I told you.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. But I do believe most men or even women, they're all ego. You're not gonna leave right out the gate. Some people do.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Exactly.
But a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
So in the event that you stay, now I don't want your girl looking at me sideways like you the dirty motherfucker who told on me, huh? Yeah, I am, but I don't want you looking at me that way. You know?
Yeah.
So because I know that's gonna be the vibe, don't tell. I done got caught with that a couple of times.
Right, but then you got to know your friend, right? You know what type of person you dealing with.
Wrong.
Emotions take
true.
over.
What you
Emotions
mean?
When
take
it come
over.
to a man and his woman, and even maybe a woman and her man or her significant other, they significant others, all that bro code, friendship, sisterhood shit go out the window. I've seen the realest niggas or the realest women act different about their significant other when it came to money. Like the money take the back burner. Because at the end of the day, like you said, it's about ego and pride. Like, yeah, like I might not be ready for the relationship to be over. So at this point, yeah, I know I said I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna throw you under the bus. But if it's coming to me having like some type of salvage for this relationship, you might have to do what you got to do. And that's why I say no, because I don't never want to put a third party in that position. Because it's like I've seen friends and bros and sisters broke up like lifelong about some relationship shit. So it's like I expect you to turn on me for who you go home to every night. Yeah, because on the flip side, I do the same. Like if I gotta protect my home, shit, I don't know you like that. Like, hey,
dime dropping groove, dime dropping groove.
No, I feel you though. Since you put it like that, okay, I get it. Yeah.
I ain't even gonna put you in that position, my boy.
Hey, I could hold it down. Tell me. I could hold it down. I'm going to. So you just gonna lie like that? You just gonna keep bullshitting me like I don't know? I'm gonna hit you with that to death. Eventually, you're gonna want to tell what's what. You know, or if you don't, I just gotta make that decision to move the fuck on. Like at that point, it doesn't even make a difference. I guess we all feel like at some point, whatever we had, at the end of the day, even if you fucked us over, there should still be some level of respect to just say like, hey, I fucked up. And I think that's what most people are looking for. That I fucked up. I did play you.
Yeah. One time, not 2 and 3 and 4.
Oh yeah, you definitely ain't finna keep getting. Ooh, Lord, you a different type of sucker at that point. Like 2-3 times, you know. Yeah. Let's get off into this topic right here. Social media being a dangerous playground. I've seen a lot of things that's on social media that I'm just like, I got to get it off my chest. Do y'all agree that social media is a dangerous playground, or do you think it's not?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely. 1,000%.
Give us something, Mika.
All right. So let's see. When you're in a relationship, and you know, social media can cause problems within your relationship because for hypothetically speaking, you're constantly on your phone strolling, or you looking and liking other women pictures, or comparing your woman to other women, Facebook models, or you know what I mean? So it can be very detrimental.
What's wrong with, you know, liking other people's pictures?
Sips tea.
What's wrong with it?
So for me, in my perspective, I feel as though it's disrespectful. Now, if it's your like family, friends you went to high school with, all the, you know, like friendly, like, then that's cool. But if it's a woman on here, let's be honest, half naked, twerking, you know, then that becomes a problem for me.
You know, twerking is therapy for men.
Shut up.
We see it. It's therapy
I just
for
needed to say some profound
it's
shit.
therapy,
No, it's not.
It's therapy
That's-
for real. And listen, y'all got to get this through your head as women. When we like other women's pictures, all we doing is uplifting our black queens
Shut up, boy.
as black kings should be doing. That's basically what
This
we
is
doing.
why I don't-
We ain't liking it because we really like them. Like we
Okay.
just throwing a little motivation.
Okay, so
You
how would
like
you
it-
feel if your woman liking guys with what are they called, the daddy shorts or the the little shirts
the
off
hoochie daddy.
the
The
hoochie
hoochie
daddy?
daddies.
Yeah. Do you okay with that?
I think you swinging for the other team. If you,
But you ain't
I
asked the
think you
question.
swinging for the other. I mean, no. I'm gonna be honest. I don't take social media that serious.
Oh, you don't.
I don't take social media that serious.
Uh-huh.
I'm realistic.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be, ain't too many, but there's always gonna be somebody that look better than me. Not too many. So y'all know, not too many. There's always gonna be somebody that look
Right.
better than you. They gonna have a better beard or whatever it is that the
Mm-hmm.
woman want. He gonna be 6'4". I mean, at the end of the day, you still here. Now, once you act on it, and I catch that, that's something different.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't hold social media as heavy as some people do.
Okay.
I feel like it's a little overrated. Just that part.
Okay.
But when we like women's pictures and stuff, it's just to motivate our black queens and
Sure.
uplift them. Just so you know,
Sure. Thanks.
because black men don't cheat as well. Black men don't cheat.
Get it stamped.
Nah, both of y'all know that's a lie.
I don't know shit.
Black men always cheat.
Wait a minute.
Black boys,
Yeah. Okay.
black boys.
Men, boys, whatever you want to call
It's a
it.
big difference.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't even put that smut on my black queen. Man. That's crazy. That is crazy. But
What do you see being dangerous on social media, my brother? If anything.
it's a lot of shit that's dangerous on social media. And I'm gonna be honest, I think for me the crux of it is probably people not understanding how intricate it is in your everyday life now. Like, so the things that people post or the mocking of certain things, not really even being able to read the room. Because again, a lot of people don't take social media serious. So you see them make light heart of a lot of situations that if we were in public, you wouldn't have that same tone, conversation, that approach to certain things. So it's just really not knowing how to navigate maturely on it, like for the most part. Which of course, like that's widespread across an array of topics and things, but just like really not realizing, okay, this shit really does affect a lot of people on the everyday spectrum. So not knowing like how the two are actually really one now in today's society.
Give us a good example.
No pun intended. We brought it up earlier before we started. It's Pride Month. You see a lot of people make homosexual jokes and slurs from time to time, and I'm not saying it's bad or not, but you don't know what people battle with personally. And this is the mental health age and everything like that. So it's like we always see people poking fun and making jokes or making lighthearted of another person's situation because it doesn't readily affect you. And this is like, I'm advancing the conversation further than homosexuality or whatever, but you don't really know what a person is dealing with. So something as, let's say, controversial as the Will Smith smacking Chris Rock situation happened, or the Lori Harvey shit. Somebody who you may personally know may be going do something similar like that in a home, but everything's funny. Everything is, you can make a joke out of everything now. But you don't understand, like, yeah, while you joking and laughing, your homeboy, your homegirl, yo, this or that is dealing with the same thing right next door. So where they might feel the need to want to open up and express something, they can't because you got the whole timeline laughing at some shit. When, and I said it before, we miss a lot of opportunities to have a teaching or a learning moment because everybody want to get their jokes off. Everybody want to get their laughs. Everybody want to get their likes of their retweets, their shares, and all of that. We don't know when we've gone too far or, okay, enough is enough. We done beat a dead horse. Let's really have some dialogue. Let's open up the conversation about certain shit.
Yeah.
So I want to start small, and then I want to build it up. And I want y'all to chime in and give me y'all thoughts and opinions. So the first one I'm going to start off with, of being small, social media being a dangerous playground. Women are allowed to get away with stuff that men cannot get away with.
Absolutely.
Give you a prime example. I was scrolling down social media, and this was probably like a month ago. There was a woman who wrote on there, a lot of you men would look a lot better if y'all just would exercise. And so when I read it, I was just like, can you imagine a man telling women, a lot of you women will look a whole lot better if you just exercise. Stop wearing them fucking waist trainers and ain't going to no fucking gym. Can you imagine what would happen if a man say some shit like that? But it's cool because it came from a woman. I'm noticing this big trend where if a guy does not agree with a status that a woman says, or it's any type of pushback, now it's you zesty, or you in your feelings, you gay. You're able to throw this term around so freely just because somebody doesn't agree with what you're saying. Now, to me, you're calling somebody gay, a straight male. What if we just start saying, oh, okay, you giving us pushback on what we saying, you bitches and hoes, and nobody will like stuff like that. But because you on this social media platform and you're a woman, you able to just speak as freely as you want, and it's cool. Nobody thinks nothing of it. Would you agree or did you disagree?
Absolutely disagree.
You disagree?
Yes.
Let me get my popcorn.
Okay. Good.
And my reason for disagreeing is because you have Kevin Samuels
I'm glad you talked about
and
my
all
boy.
his little minions
I
coming
can
for
already see
women,
where we going.
especially black women or, African American women. It's, oh, well, what is it? High value.
High value man.
Yeah, you're not this, you overweight, or like we get attacked all the time. Are you serious? And that is why I feel as though when we go get surgery or we try to manipulate our bodies or alter ourselves because we want to present ourselves to look good for the men who bash us on social media or in real life, period. So no, I disagree.
Okay. I'm glad you brought up Kevin Samuels because he's going to be one of my topics as well. This is the issue that I have when it came to his death. People celebrated that.
Yeah.
Now, whatever side of the fence you're on when it comes to the content that he put out, his perspective, whatever the case is, all I want you to do is keep the same energy when you made jokes about this man dying, his death, acting like you don't give a shit that he has a family. When your grandma die, your mama die, your child die, whoever your loved one is, when we celebrate that, don't get upset. Because now you're taking it to another level. You're taking it to another level.
It's different.
Yeah.
You may not agree with the man's content, but they give you the right to celebrate somebody's death.
Right.
Like social media has really put us in dangerous water at this point. We're celebrating someone's death and everybody, y'all too sensitive. Now don't say people too sensitive. Because when they celebrate somebody in your family, we all know somebody from our neighborhood, whether it's our family, we all know somebody that sit there and talk that gangster shit all day long. They act like they the toughest thing ever, and eventually they get sprayed down. And when they're no longer here, you got some people sitting there saying, oh, I knew that was coming. But you don't want to hear that because it's your family. But this man put out some content that you don't agree with, so you celebrate his death. Social media is in a weird place right now. But like you said, Kevin Samuel is saying what he's saying. The issue that I have with people being so upset with what Kevin Samuels is putting out is, first off, how many people actually watch the full clip, or not clip, but the full video that he put out? And two, are we acknowledging the fact that he ain't calling these women, giving his they're calling in, asking for his perspective.
Right.
I didn't see the same outrage when everything that he's saying about women, he started saying it about men first.
Yeah, I know.
How they need to dress. If you ain't got money, you need to do this. It was no problem because it's geared towards men. Now he's giving this perspective that's asked for about women. Now it's, can't believe that. He attacking us. Can we be honest? What has Kevin Samuel said that the average man has not said to a woman?
A lot.
No. He's using terms like high value man, but I guarantee you, there's men who will tell you, if you broke and I got money, what make you think I'm finna do this, that, and other for you? What make you think that you deserve a guy like me? Men say this shit all the time. This is not new. It's just he has a big platform in saying what he's saying, and I think a lot of women don't like the fact that men are jumping on it now. Like the ones who may not be qualified to speak on certain shit, they're jumping up with it now. Like, yeah, I fuck with Kevin Samuels, and they tag teaming and going off of what he say as if it fit their lifestyle. But nothing he said is new. Nothing. Women have heard this before. I don't have a problem with big girls, but it ain't my flavor. And I'll say this all day long. So when he's sitting there saying, you know, you're a big girl, this person ain't gonna want you to, this person ain't gonna want to mess with you or be in a committed relationship. Y'all ain't never heard that before? What is he saying that's new that you just like, he's the first person I ever heard say something like this?
On the flip, oh, my bad, go ahead.
Well, I think that, first of all, in his depth, I don't think that that's funny at all. Like, that man lost his life at the end of the day. However, a woman, like you said, women have to call in to get his opinion. But if I feel as though, me personally, if I know that I have work to do on myself, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to call in and say, hey, what I need to do, because you ask for opinion, you're going to get it. However, to me, what I did not like is the way he delivered the message, which means like how he was disrespectful towards women, and you know, like, you can really damage a woman. And if just say if it was a woman doing it at men, you can damage a person's ego, or you know, you can make them do something that they wouldn't do, or notice something about themselves that they didn't even have a problem with. But I guess if you ask, you're gonna get an answer, right? Yeah. But for me, I didn't partake in it because I don't need him to tell me anything about myself, because I have enough confidence in myself to know I'm not perfect and I have to work on things. But you're not gonna tell me what I need to do, and I'm not gonna call you and ask you either.
See, and I can respect that, because like you said, you're not calling in asking. But again, if you are, and somebody give you what you, all women, and I'm assuming men, want to know the truth.
Yeah.
Women quote this all the time. Just be real. Why you can't be honest and open? There was a quote that was put up, and I thought it was pretty dope. They said, women hate Kevin Samuels for telling the truth, but yet they celebrated Derek Jackson for saying what you wanted to hear, and then you found out he was lying.
Well, we all know that about Derek Jackson.
But they loved him, though. When he hit, he was a true hit.
Yeah.
He was letting women know what, you know, oh, if you mess with this type of man, he got the red flags, and he cheating on his girl, his wife.
Yeah.
But Kevin Samuels gave it to you straight.
Yeah, but you see how he passed away, too, right? In that hotel room on top of, you know.
Doing this thing.
Yeah, okay. Why he was telling us we need to lose weight and we need to do this and we need to do that.
Lose weight. He was putting that work in.
Oh, okay. What were you saying?
He was putting that work in. That's what it was. He putting that work in. He beat him back in.
And this is like,
to the death, huh?
I guess to go back to the overall topic, this is the problem that I have with social media, and I guess collaboration with how men are viewed in today's society and women are viewed. The shit that you saw with Kevin Samuels, as far as from the overall masses of women and certain men who think like that, and I'm not saying how you thinking is wrong, but this is my problem. We watched Dr. Phil, Iyanla Vanzant, Oprah, a host of other daytime talk show hosts for decades talk just as stern, be just as abrasive, disrespectful, if you want to call it, in the name of downing men, or should I say, trying to uplift men to tell them the level they should be at, how they should perform as fathers in the workplace, for stand up and champion themselves and be better for their home, their children, yada yada yada. And we didn't give a damn as a society for decades. We allowed the public, white, black, blue, and different, to talk to men, especially black men. Yeah, you need to be better. You need to do this. You need to da da da. The whole time uplifting women, rightfully so. Yeah, you the best this, you the best that, and a lot of y'all wasn't doing what the fuck y'all was supposed to be doing. Not you, but just in general.
Let me turn his mic up. Yeah.
And we ain't say shit. We ain't bat an eyelash. None of that. Same shit on social media. We like, I watch a specific girl, a woman, all the time, get on there and talk about men this, men need to do this, men need to do that, men need to be better, yada yada yada. The whole time her whole shit ain't in order, or it could be better. But you can't tell her publicly, yeah, why yo this ain't this, or why yo that ain't that, or why you keep doing yada yada yada. Because you shouldn't talk to women like that in public, according to society standards. You shouldn't treat a woman like that according to society standards. You need to handle with grace, handle with care. But you could talk to a man any old kind of way. You could treat a man any old kind of way. Like you can bring all his faults and his lowlights to the public in front of everybody, and don't nobody give a damn. Like, we set a precedent in life and on social media that a man, specifically a black man, doesn't have the right to have standards about him, like, because that's where it started, having uplifting men to become high value men. So it wasn't the fact that women was just calling in, hey, what I need to do to be better. What do you feel you deserve was the question that he asked. Or, well, I deserve a man that make X amount of $1,000 a year. I deserve a man that's such and such high. I deserve a man that's such and such build. Okay, well, ma'am, what's your income? $40,000 a year. Okay, well, ma'am, what's your body your BMI? It ain't the most favorable. Well, ma'am, okay, how many kids do you have by different men? Yada yada yada. And the moment he starts giving you the facts, okay, well, you got this, and this going on, but you feel you deserve this. If we put the shoe on the other foot, and it was a man he's staying at home with his mama, he ain't taking care of his shit, he got kids all over the place, ain't taking care of them, and he said out his mouth in public, or whether on social media or in a room full of people, that yeah, he make $30,000 a year, he ain't got such and such going on, but he felt that he deserved a woman that's fucking jet centerfold and all this other shit and make well over 6 figures a year, we laugh him out the room.
Crucify.
Women would laugh him out the room. They would call him everything but a child of God and all that, and we would be okay with that when nobody give a damn. Why is it not okay to hold women to the same standard? Not treat them bad, not none of that, whether it's on social media or whatever, but why can't we hold men and women to the same standard, especially because this is the era of equality, all of that stuff. Like, I don't understand it, and I don't get why he's wrong, but Iyanla Vanzant done sold 1,000 books. Oprah done got a whole network and a magazine off the shit. Like, make it make sense to me.
Okay, so women have been the backbone of the family for years, right? Women, wait, hold on. Go ahead, drink. Have your drink. But I feel like y'all double team.
No.
It's cool, but we gonna talk about it.
Dialogue. Just healthy conversation.
But what I'm saying is, years and years ago, women did not have the rights that we have today, right?
Facts.
So we would get married and have children, and our husbands will be in control of, like, going out, making money, whatever the case may be, bringing it back, whatever. But he would have a side piece down the street, up the street, around the corner, and we had to just deal with it and take care of the kids because we had no other rights. We had nothing else to do. Okay, that's back then. So fast forward today. First of all, I think that men and women, us bumping head and battling, like, that's not going to solve anything. Because we can go back and forth all day. I could tell you, or what women been done wrong, you can say, okay, men have been done wrong. So I think that we need to communicate open and honestly. So with that being said, both sides need to be heard. But I feel like nowadays women, like, listen, we can go to school, we can vote, we can, get out there and get careers and educations and do whatever we want to do. We don't have to sit at home while our husband have all these side kids and, it's no more of that. So it's like you take it and you run with the opportunity. So it's always a few years women gonna be on top, few more years men, you know what I mean? It like varies. So I think that we should have that conversation, but it's hurt on both ends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's okay. So and that was like really getting to my overall point, because, and I'm glad you asked the question, and I'm not sure if you have or haven't, but when he was alive, if you asked Kevin Samuels what his overall goal was, it was simple: to unite the black family. And I hate the fact that his message got hijacked and convoluted, and people started seeing where he basically just went in on that one woman, and that shit went viral, and then that became like the basis of his content, because it wasn't. Yeah. It was, okay, I'm talking to a bunch of men to get us to where we need to be so we can stand up and be the head and the backbone for the family like we once were and we were supposed to be. And in the midst of that, okay, if women calling in, well, ma'am, you should probably do this, or you should do this, or you should handle it that way if you're trying to attract X type of man. It was supposed to be basically like a group thing for both. Like, we're uplifting, we're working on each other. We calling each other to the carpet so we can really be better for each other. But again, that's where the disparity comes in. You can't treat both genders the same in public. So the message will always get distorted because if you can be honest with us all day long, wherever, indoors, outdoors. We can't be honest with you all day long, especially on social media. Because again, I'm gonna give you an example. How many times do you see women like big up a woman who posts a picture like this? I'm talking, and I ain't even judging her face. The whole thing is whack as hell. Like I'm talking about whatever you think the lowest form of how you shouldn't come outside in, it's that. But you'll see a host of women who know that shit ain't that, and they'll, oh girl, you killed that sis, 1,000 shares and all that. And you know, no, that ain't it.
Oh, you talking about bro code like y'all have?
I was gonna say men would never do that.
Oh.
Like if real men would never big up a man on some viral or on some social media shit if he out here whack as hell. Like one of my niggas specifically, before we would go out, he'd kill one of our roommates when we was in college. I'm talking about killing because you might like that. I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That shit really ain't finna fly. You gonna get laughed at, yada yada yada. And he might have felt comfortable in the shit, but it's just the fact that you know from a public perception standpoint that your person that you cool with, close with, they might be susceptible to this if they go this route, and we'll never let somebody who we actually cool with go out like that. Women don't give a fuck.
That's not true.
I've seen it 1,000 times. You'll see it probably this weekend. Let the weather be nice. There's gonna be 1,000 pictures up there. You like, now why she got that on? Now why she out here like that? Like, no, it's not the same. Like, you can criticize us any and everywhere. You can't constructively criticize women any and everywhere.
I am curious. You're an author. You're in the social media game. Good paying job. Got a lot going for yourself. Would you consider yourself successful?
No.
Not successful. Would you consider yourself well off?
No.
No. Can you hold your own without a man?
Absolutely.
Okay. If a guy makes $30,000 a year, and that's where he's fine being, he proud of his $30,000. He's gonna go work this job every day, no matter overtime included, all that $30,000, and he feel like he's expressing to you, I could see us, really doing some shit together. Not he finna better himself. No, he's gonna continue with that $30,000. That's it.
Okay.
But he just feels all of what you got going on, mixing with his $30,000. Did you see your face?
You beat me to it. I swear to God, you beat me.
Did you see your face?
Hold up.
Did you see your face?
Hold up. So,
Yeah.
if he's comfortable there, then that's not gonna be for me.
Why your face look like that though?
Because you saying like, oh, okay, well, and he's comfortable there. No, I'm not gonna date someone I'm not comfortable with where I'm at. So of course I'm not gonna date anyone that's not comfortable with where he's at. However, if he have good character, then if he a good man, and I can encourage him, and I can even might help if he's my man. I can help him out.
Oh, you want?
I didn't.
Yeah,
no.
That's what
I
it
didn't.
sound like.
First of all,
I can
don't
mold
believe
him. I can mold him.
That's a lie. I don't believe in changing and molding men. You are who you are. So if I'm dating someone, if I can't accept them for who they are in that moment without altering like anything, then I'm just not gonna be with that person. Like,
so he's sweet.
he can be
He's
all
caring.
that. He can. Well,
He's everything that you would want in a man, but he's a $30,000 a year guy.
okay, and then that's
He sees that future with you. I'm talking about he's everything that you would want in a man. Everything. I don't care how you describe 6'4", big beard, whatever you like. I don't care what it is. Pretty wavy hair, almost like you gotta wonder, is he Puerto Rican? I don't care how you name him. However you name him, he's all of that, but he makes $30,000 a year, and he's happy with that. And he looks at you and says, "Nah, this is it. I feel like me and you."
if I love him, If I can see myself with,
Will you love him?
yeah, I mean, money is not everything.
So you ain't tripping. But now
Let
your
me
face.
answer the
Okay, come on, give it to me.
Dang.
Come on. I just want you to know your face says something different.
But
I'm
no,
just listening.
if I love him, I'm going to try to encourage him. I'm going to do my best to encourage him. And if a man see a woman that is working hard, and of course he's going to try. He's not just going to be like, well, I would hope that he not like, well, I'll let her do all the work. I'll just sit at home. Like, no.
You're not doing all the work. He's going to work every day, but it's going to be $30,000.
Okay, well, baby, listen, we have to have this conversation because I love you. I want to be with you, but I strive for more. Like, I need you to, pick it up or, find what fits you. I would have a conversation with him.
But if he tells you, like, I'm doing all of what I can, like, this is my life. You can't rock with it, right?
But no man's going to do that, though. Like, no man, I don't believe.
Okay.
Wait, no man gonna do what?
Say, okay, I'm okay with where I'm at.
Oh.
No, there's a lot that, and I personally believe you don't have to say it, or your actions show.
Oh, yeah, you be
your
into it
actions show.
again.
You ain't got to necessarily say it, but the same energy that you had, because we clearly could tell. You don't want to admit it, but we could
You ain't
clearly
fucking with no
tell.
broke
You
niggas.
ain't fucking with that $30,000
Are
a
you
year guy.
serious?
You ain't fucking with
That's
him.
not
You ain't
true.
Your
fucking with
facial
him.
expression said it all. I got the twitching.
So when Kevin Samuel saying you a $30,000
in my
a year
mouth.
person,
I didn't say that.
and you want a 6-figure person,
Oh,
and it
that's not
doesn't
fair.
add
Yeah.
up. But there's a lot of people that get upset with that.
No, that's nothing that I get upset about.
She trying. She doing her best. He
Yeah.
doing his.
No, I don't get
Then
upset
his money
with
ain't
that.
everything. Until you the broke motherfucker
That's a-
approaching her.
You guys, are y'all okay? Like, y'all really...
No,
I feel like...
no, not at all.
y'all-
No, this is what's on social media.
It's a huge disparity.
Yeah.
Like huge.
I'll give you one even better. You open the door to it. Y'all talk about if you go ahead into the Lori Harvey, Michael B. Jordan. This is on social media. I'm going to give my perspective, but I want you to roll with your thoughts and opinions because this is what's on social media.
From what I saw,
What it can't, not just the topic, but surrounding it with this being a dangerous.
Yeah, no. From what I saw on social media, and like you saw, we spoke about it on my pod.
Nah, I ain't see you speak
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
niggas be hating. Yeah, you saw a gang of women. When I say gang, I mean like masses championing Lori Harvey because, oh yeah, girl, date, get out there and date. Don't settle. Know when to walk away. Know when it's the right time. And then I'm going back 6 months ago. First of all, relationship goals. So that's a contradiction in itself. Number two, when he first started dating, when he rented out the aquarium and all of that at the zoo, I think it was during wintertime and all that other shit, whenever they first got together. Yeah, this how a man's supposed to step. When he's serious about a woman, this how he's supposed to come. Now, throughout the course of the relationship, from what we saw, just by sitting back, just watching shit unfold on social media, he was supportive, he was this, he was that, he was everything. Because, you know the famous saying now, don't waste my time. Like why would you even come mess with me if all you gonna do is like, don't nobody want their time wasted all this other shit. So here you have a man who was on the same level, if not higher, in his career field as the woman that took initiative not just in her but in her life, her career, yada yada yada. Saw a future with the woman, and because she wasn't ready, she gets championed. You run his name through the mud, whatever. They bringing up all types of shit about the man or whatever. They ain't got shit to do with shit. Cool. But if the shoe is on the other foot, and you had a woman that was legit about a man, she was up financially. She was everything that he was in a relationship. She approached him as like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be no 5-10 year girlfriend, yada yada yada. Where we going with this? And he decided to end it. Again, society, we kill him. Because why would you bother this black woman? Why would you waste her time? She could have been investing it everywhere else. She could have been yada 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 doing all this other shit. The approach, completely different. How we view and what we allow for men versus women, especially on social media, like it's laughable for the most part. So it's like, to sit back and see that no matter really how he could, because he could have been an asshole in a relationship, and he could have been public. He could have been cheating on her, beating her, having babies on her, all this other shit. Relationship goes, but the moment she was ready to leave and all of that, when he the good guy from what we know and all this other shit, it's he everything under the sun. She don't settle. I just feel like it's always a moving of the goalposts. It's never a okay. She was at fault. Like, and I saw a couple posts, but they was few and far between. I saw a couple of them like yeah, Lori, you fumbled the bag on this one. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, it was the fact that like, nah, she could do no wrong, he could do no right. Mm-hmm. And so it was like, yeah, no.
Men have been doing that to women for years. But
it was a problem. So it's like, it can't be both. It can't be, it's a problem for years, but now that I got the time to get my get back, it's okay for me to get my get back. Because that's a never-ending cycle, and we back here at point A.
Right, but it depends on what type of woman that you are. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Lori, if we don't know what happened in that relationship. True. I mean, from what I heard, from what I'm seeing, he was cheating on her. So we don't actually know what happened. We know what social media project to us and what's going viral, whatever. So with that being said, if she did do that to him, if let's hypothetically saying he was just a good guy, whatever, and she, did him wrong or wasn't ready to commit, communication. You have to have that conversation with people. And even if if they say something out of their mouth, you have to look at their actions as well. So he knew what type of woman she was. You know what I mean? So it's just like, if she did do that it was wrong for her to do that. But then again, how she didn't tell him, like, look, you moving too fast. I'm not ready for this. I'm still young. I'm trying to, get my life together. We don't know. So we can look at it at different angles. But, of course, the internet is going to boost her up because, she's Lori Harvey and she's beautiful, of course. And, it's a part of content.
That's true. But, and I'm going to give it to you, even with that, because you touched on a point that's even the approach still. If a man told a woman up front, I don't want to yada yada, it still won't be perceived the same way because, again, she feels that there's value there for her. So we don't approach that as a society like, okay, if a man say that he's not ready, it's, that's bullshit. Like, we give it all type of negative connotations. If a woman say she's not ready, ooh, yeah, girl, way to go, yada, yada, it's pom-poms, it's fireworks, it's way to go, way to put your foot down, way to stand up for you, sis, and it's, the energy is not the same.
Yeah. Well, I think that women are finally starting to act like men. And with that being said, we have gotten tired of getting played, let's be honest. So now that we do it, it's like y'all want to cry about it. But when y'all been doing it forever and we had to take those L's, let's take social media out of it. Let's talk about real life. Like, come on now. But because she do it one person, at one woman out of how many women, of course we going to champion her because we feel like, okay, she got one up. It's a contest. It's, again, me versus you, male versus female. So
I'm going to take it in another direction. I like the points that both of y'all brought up, especially what you brought up. If that girl's not ready, she should not enter something and waste anybody's time. So if in the event that she just decided this ain't for me and she called it off, she's entitled to it. I don't knock that situation. Yeah. I'm going to tell you what's dangerous about this situation when it comes to social media and this being a dangerous playground. I see so many regular average people on a day-to-day basis when this came out sit there, oh my God, y'all really wrote a whole novel about their situation, they celebrities. I don't care that much about what celebrities got going on. I could have sworn that when people start talking about applying pressure, like you talked about, that came from a celebrity treating a certain individual a certain way. Because you damn sure don't see nobody champion they fucking parents talking about, oh, this is relationship goal. Your daddy been left, goddamn it. Your daddy been left. Your daddy been left. So champion your parents. Your uncles, your aunts.
Can't champion what you never saw.
You ain't champion what you don't fucking have. So don't get in here telling people now that they have an opinion about what happened between Lori Harvey and goddamn Michael B. Jordan, oh, you should just shut the fuck up. They celebrities. When you sitting there talking about, oh, well, money bag. He's showing Ari like this. If you ain't stepping behind me like that, and motherfucker still ain't stepping behind you like that. But you look to that to say, oh, this the way you should treat a motherfucker. But now all of a sudden, you don't want nobody to have a perspective on this. See, this is a dangerous game that you playing.
Right.
Because you contradicting yourself. But because you open that app and it say what's on your mind and you're able to type, you feel like what you saying and what you think is more valid than what the next person is talking about. This is a dangerous playground that you open up. Because again, let's be honest. From the fashion to the music, the way sports is received nowadays, it comes through somebody else. Nobody is out here just, oh, this original thought of mine. I just, I fuck with this. Like, people are killing the Drake album right now. The right celebrity gonna get on there and be like, hey, y'all tripping. This shit kind of decent. Straight up. Then somebody else is gonna be, hey, this kind of decent. Straight up. Y'all tripping. This is a dangerous thing that people play around with. And that was one thing that really killed me. Like, you have the right to say you don't give two shits about what celebrities are doing. But I bet I scroll down your page and you posting, people getting married and proposing a certain type of way. None of that type of shit. No, because that ain't got nothing to do with your lifestyle. Why you commenting on it?
Yeah.
Why you sharing this stuff? How do you think shit goes viral? Everybody keeps sharing it. Everybody's speaking on something that has nothing to do with them. You're walking contradiction. That's the issue I had that I saw surrounding the whole Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. If people want to debate about it and go back and forth, I'm cool with that. It's healthy dialogue, good conversation. Might spark something to go into something deeper. I'm cool with that. But when you trying to shit on somebody else about, oh, I don't even follow celebrity gossip like that. Really? That's a killer to me.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing too. And you kind of open up the door. So what I realized the most is on social media, we found a reason and a way to be hateful about every little thing. Because again, to piggyback off that, if you don't give a fuck about celebrity relationships, just mute the names or the phrases, or don't pay it no mind. And I had to learn this because I used to be bad. Cause I used to internalize a lot of shit or whatever because I didn't understand why people felt the need to be so rude and mean and shit. I never forget my nigga Greg and Z. They used to tell me all the time, just overlook that shit. Like, and it took me a minute to do it. Like, I had to really start practicing the shit. But it's like, if you sit there and you stare at that shit too long, that shit will make you miserable. Like, it will make you depressed if you just sit back and watch how hurtful motherfuckers is. And not to even take it to the point, half of y'all wouldn't say that shit around the motherfuckers who you actually talking about. That's a whole nother shit. But what is it in you that makes you have to be that much of an asshole and that mean to motherfuckers just because you disagree or you really don't care that much about whatever the topic is or the trending topic is for the day? Don't nobody give, like, truth be told, don't nobody really give a fuck about what's going on. It could be Will found $20 in his pocket or some lint. You post that, the right traction that they get, motherfuckers will find a reason to go under that post and be hateful as fuck. Like, that's the worst shit that I hate about social media is it gave too many motherfuckers a platform to just be ignorant and dumb and stupid and shit. And all this was another vehicle for this shit. When you saw that shit, it wasn't the difference of opinions and, like you said, the back and forth debates. That shit went left and you just saw motherfuckers just finding any reason to attack this motherfucker, that motherfucker. Oh, why y'all give a fuck? Okay, if you don't give a fuck, don't give a fuck. But you felt the need to make a status to tell everybody that you don't give a fuck about, that you don't give a fuck about what they talking about. But in the end, if somebody respond to you, okay, well, why you making the status? You gonna feel offended and shit. Like, it's just like a ball of just hatred and shit. And yeah, no, it got too much. I literally just closed my fucking phone for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Y'all mind if I get on the men for a second?
Go ahead.
This is the problem that I have when it comes to the men. When did we get in the space to where when you open this app, through any social media platform, it's okay to keep calling men bitches, especially ones that you don't know? When did that become acceptable?
The emergence
We know
of
that
social
group-
media.
That group that you in over there, they do that a lot over there on social media, especially when it comes to this sports talk.
Oh man.
You bring up sports. First off, I'm so tired of hearing the Jordan LeBron debate. Now, obviously, Steph them then won. As soon as you don't agree with a motherfucker, they quick to let the B word roll off the tongue as if it's cool. And I just personally feel like if you bold enough to have that same energy over the keyboard, it should be on site. It should be on site. You got to get down. It's Whack 100 said, we got to get down. One time, we got to get down. Like, if you bold enough to say that. We in a weird space right now because that app says what's on your mind. People then ran wild with this. Men then turned into something totally different. Now, if that's how you feel and, you know, I approach you on that and you like, shit, I said it was happening, cool, I can respect it. But we know certain people that we done grew up with all our life, like, I don't even have enough respect for you to punch you in your face. I'm going to open hand slap the fuck out of you. Because you know, I don't even view you like that. But you would get right on this app calling people bitches and hoes, shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, we're really in this space now? This is how social media has become a dangerous playground. Always, you know the term I like to use, I hate nigga shit.
Oh yeah.
That's what I call it, nigga shit.
Oh, okay.
Give you a prime example of nigga shit.
Casey not gonna like this.
Yeah, he ain't gonna like this. I said there's always this meme that goes around where you see a girl bent over a balcony on vacation. And you see like a dude's behind her, he got his hand like he hitting her from the back. And people tell me, I need this in my life right now. I think that's nigga shit. That's ghetto shit. I've never dated a woman who told me, like, you know what my goal is? To have you take me on vacation, bend me over a balcony, and we gonna take a picture of this and put it on social media. Like, people really are sitting there talking about this is an actual goal. Like, I need this in my life. Vacations. Vacation ain't even with the motherfucker that you really fucking with. Vacation then turned into any nigga that'll take me anywhere.
No, fact.
I'm with it. That's what it is then turned into. This is a dangerous fucking playground that people are playing with, and we don't realize the effects of people. Oh man, it's just social media. It's not. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When everybody wakes up, if you have any social media app, I guarantee you, as soon as you open your eyes, first thing you ain't doing is, God, thank you for letting me. You are not doing that. You are hitting that app. You're opening it up to see what you missed, who DM'd you, who commented, who shared what. That's the first thing. You ain't even brushed your fucking teeth yet.
And
You ain't washed your ass
checked
yet.
on your kids yet.
Not a damn soul that's in that house. But you see what the last person posted. You're going to specific sites to see what you missed. So let's not pretend that, oh man, it's just social media.
No, it's not.
No, it's real. It's everyday life. Let me turn it back over to y'all because, you know, I get to preaching. And, you know.
Call you Umar Jr.
That's right.
No, but I agree, and it has affected us. However, you have to know how to use it. Easier said than done as well, but you can't allow it to consume your life completely because you have to live in the real world.
You do.
You have to go out and communicate with actual real people. So, you know, it could be weird for you if you're constantly strolling or, you know, and you isolate. You can even isolate yourself, you know, and then when you come across a person in real life, you don't know how to communicate with them. You feel awkward. You know, it feels off to you because of you used to hiding behind your phone, writing a comment or making a status or whatever. You lose that touch, that interaction with people. And that's the sad part about it for me.
What would y'all say has been the most dangerous thing that y'all have seen on social media that people are not talking about?
It's a lot.
That's right, cameraman. That was good, ain't it? That's right, cameraman. Y'all heard that?
I think the shootings of elementary school, you know, I feel like that needs to be more out there, you know, in support and make groups to support these families and friends. Like a person with a celebrity and their relationship can just go viral. You know what I mean? But you have to constantly, put this story out for it to, hit those levels. And that's the sad part.
I'm going to piggyback off that, but I'm going to go in a different direction. I think we've become entirely too desensitized to not natural, but mass tragedies. Like whether it's a mass shooting or a fight or whatever. We so quick to tag such and such and share it to such and such and see, like everybody want to be the first person to report some shit and share some shit now or whatever. We don't really understand how much that's breaking us down emotionally. Like motherfuckers, again, like with a mass shooting, George Floyd shit or police shit, motherfuckers are more grab their phone than aid help in a situation like this motherfucker struggling for his life. These police beating this motherfucker, this girl, this little boy getting jumped or whatever. We want to get it on camera to get the views and the likes and the shares. That's human fucking life. Fuck human animal. Like whether it's an animal, like we'll record some shit as opposed to drop what we doing to make shit better. We don't give a like. One of my closest friends say this all the time. We don't care about human life, and I didn't understand at the time when he said it how true the statement was. But we don't. Like it's to make it simple. It's really no separation for me for social media and the regular world. They like at this point they go hand in hand. You can't really have one in today's society without the other. But we so engulfed in appearing to be our best version of ourselves on social media, we are completely withdrawn from human empathy and sympathy and taking the time like, oh, is that motherfucker all right? Like, are they okay? Like, oh no, let me just get it. I want to get it before this motherfucker get it out. Like we in a dangerous time, and going forward, it's only gonna get worse because the more advanced technology gets, the further we become. I mean, the further we get away from just human interaction and shit. Like it's gonna be bad going forward.
Oh, I got some good shit. Zoom in, cameraman. Zoom in, cameraman. Zoom in, cameraman. I'm gonna tell you one that's dangerous and ain't nobody talking about. These 30, 40, and 50-year-olds that we know and across the world still gang banging.
Oh, yeah.
In our local city, you can't even have a conversation on social media. We just talking shit back for, your side of town. Gee. Gee. Man, shut the fuck up with that dumb shit.
Not you, Big Five.
My side of town. Fim. Mammy.
Y'all love that word.
This is dangerous. This is dangerous. And people that do it are going to get upset. But I'm going to tell you exactly why it's fucking dangerous that you put this shit on social media. None of us think about how we live our life. Somebody's always watching. There's somebody younger than us, if not older, that's looking at what we're doing, and they're going to follow it. So then, when you doing all this silly gang banging and you acting like you tough and you in the streets and you this and you that, and then somebody follows this trend and they go off and do some bullshit, as people like to say, trick yourself off the streets, and they get hit with this 25 to life. Don't criticize them then to say, man, you stupid, you dumb, I can't believe you done that. But yet you still in your 30s, 40s, 50s advertising this bullshit on social media. Literally, like, we laugh about it where we'll sit there and talk about the Almighty don't love nobody. It's funny to us. Like, this the whole but there are some people who really take this shit to heart and they feel like, nah, this really that. Man, if you don't get them silly ass 90s stories up out of here, goddamn, you ain't got $90 in your pocket, but you talking about what happened in the 90s. And you still promoting this. Like, this shit is fucking dangerous. I'm going to tell you the next most dangerous thing that we don't discuss. And this is a huge one right here. We are disguising personal opinions as hate. So if I sit there and I tell you, damn, this motherfucker damn near 50 and still rapping, and you could clearly tell this career ain't going no fucking well, but because you think your shit is hot and I say that, or I'm hating. No, You ain't opening up for no artists that we know about. We don't see you in the studio with anybody. This is just your own shit. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't support if that's what they like. But if I don't like your shit and I just flat say this shit is whack, just because 3 of your friends say that this shit is hot and I say it's whack,
You a
that
hater.
don't mean I'm a hater.
You a hater. No, you a hater.
That don't mean I'm a fucking hater. Your shit is whack to me. Everybody's not gonna like what you do. If you got this outfit on, prime example. Remember Robin jeans was hot? I used to always say, I've never owned this shit. I used to always say, man, y'all got them pants with the little glitter and the shimmy on it. You know, that's what I used to call them. If you say that shit at the time that they deem it to be hot, oh, you a hater.
Oh,
Oh, you broke.
You broke.
You broke. See, you know the
You
vibe.
broke.
You know the vibe. You broke. You can't afford it. Come on, man. Like, when did we get in a space on social media where you can't just have an opinion that's different from everybody else's without being considered a hater?
I agree.
I'm gonna answer that for you. Truth be told, this is a soft ass era, soft ass generation, and the term constructive criticism or just a difference of opinion, it's not that it ain't allowed. Motherfuckers don't know what it is because this is the. It's not that it's a bad thing. So let me preface my comments. This is the age of togetherness, so they say. Like, and it's almost like it's groupthink. So if you put out a song, Malcolm think it's hot, I think it's hot, and he come on there hating, you gotta be hating. How could you not like this? And the song could be trash. I could like it because we cool, or it just might appeal to me, but you can't have a negative opinion because who are you to think that something is not what everybody else thinks it is? Like, that's really to me what might be the most dangerous. We don't allow individualism anymore. So it's like this motherfucker could be spewing some bullshit, but because the masses think it's dope or hot, like, you can't come with a difference of opinion because you gonna fuck up the whole shit. And all like, man, listen, when I think about it on a real deeper level, this shit could depress you because it's not like it's just one layer. It'll take you down a fucking rabbit hole because it's not to the point to where it's like, okay, yeah, you just don't like it or it's good. It's if you don't think like this, you everything from a not just a hater, but they start coming out with all type of what is it, a homophobe and every other thing under the sun. And before you walked out your door, you got all these labels against you. And motherfuckers don't think how far, because again, it's all part of the same shit. Like social media and the real world, for me at least, the right motherfucker see that, employee or whatever, you lose your fucking job. Or you get, like, it's fucked up. Like, it's really, really fucked up.
Yeah. Well, as you said, we're being watched, whether we like it or not, you know, and it's just what it is. But as far as like people having opinions or think that you're hating on them, so what? Who cares? Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's not gonna like everything you do. Don't matter. You know, I feel like it's how you say it versus you getting under somebody commenting like, oh, cursing them out or whatever. Just don't make a comment. But of course, that's not the real world that we live in.
Exactly.
But you know, like, you have to know to have tough skin. If you're going to put yourself out there, you have to know that people are going to say, I'm pretty sure people say crazy stuff under your
And I know I'll respond back.
videos, but it's that small group of people because you have a lot of people supporting you as well. So I was about to forget them, you know, focus on the people that, you know, really support you. So I don't care about the.
But let me ask this. Why is it that we can't say, like you said, just don't say nothing? Why we can't say nothing?
Oh, you can.
Because this is my thing. If it come down my timeline,
Yeah.
why can't I?
Yeah.
It came down my timeline. I may not have specifically went to your page to look at what you did, but as I kept scrolling, this is what's on my news feed. Or I can't comment and say, this is whack. What's wrong with that?
I don't think nothing is wrong with it.
But people do, though.
Yeah.
You know? I even tell y'all the weird space social media has got into. And it really has highlighted people's insecurity. I'm not even going to pretend that I've never done it before. you post a picture, and after so much time, the likes ain't jumping. You snatch that motherfucker down.
I done did that a
You
few
snatch that motherfucker down. You like, oh, they weren't ready for this. I ain't gonna say they weren't feeling it. They weren't ready for this one right here. So I'm gonna go and repost this later on when I know the traffic really jumping. It has really showed people's insecurity, even to the point where if everybody's hitting the love button and I hit the like button,
you a hater. You a hater. Why you like that?
You a hater.
My cousin sent me that shit before because I liked one of her pictures. I ain't even pay. I liked it in the just moving. I didn't even realize it had more hearts than thumbs up on the shit. She sent me that shit quick as hell. Like, oh, so this is where we at. But again, if you ain't doing what the group is doing, we becoming robots, dog.
Yeah. Like, or you gotta look at it like, man, this picture was high. I don't care what they like or I like it. You know what I mean? So it goes
Some
back.
People like that.
Yeah, it goes back. But I ain't gonna lie, I done did it.
Yeah, all of us. You snatch it down.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for it.
They weren't ready. Yeah.
I do gotta ask you a question.
What's up?
Since I done talked this shit about people who be rapping, I know people gonna be upset about this. Can you date a rapper? Aspiring rapper?
Let me get some more popcorn.
Look, that's not my preference, and we all have one, right? So no.
You a hater. You a hater. Now when he get that feature from Drake, don't try and double back.
Not at my age. I'm 37.
Damn.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But to be rapping if that's what you want to do, then you can't. If you feel confident in yourself, you're just not for me. I'm not into it.
You can't make 30,000 or be a rapper.
Shut up.
30,000
Y'all said the
30,000.
30,000. I said you can make 30,000, and I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna motivate you as your woman.
What if he made 30,000 and want to be a rapper?
Ooh.
But you love him.
I'm gonna motivate him first, and then if he decide not to, he just stuck in his ways. Then I gotta
How you gonna motivate him? You gonna put the ad libs on? What you gonna do?
I'll get on the track real quick.
Give us a little something. What you gonna do for him?
Do I look like a rapper?
No, you gotta ad lib. Just a little, like the Migos do. Something that,
Man, I'm dead.
So he can't support Kevin Samuels. He can't rap, and 30,000 ain't good enough.
Y'all said that. Ooh. I didn't say that.
Ooh.
Man, you just ruled out 60% of niggas.
Mika Samuels over here while she dogging. So Mika Samuels over here.
I'm not.
You don't stand a chance, boy.
Okay, so let me ask y'all a question. This ain't even my thing, but I gotta ask a question. So how do you guys feel about the women Kevin Samuels? Like, how do you feel about it? Like the bashing of men? Do you feel some type of way, or is it just like, okay, whatever, it's just another...
When women talk shit about, like, guys just in general?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I don't take that personal because I feel like it don't apply to me. Mm. But I do judge. I say, I'm a person that judge. I openly say it. I know a lot of people be like, no, I openly judge. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, as long as you qualified to be saying the shit that you saying, I don't have no issue because I could also accept the truth. Mm-hmm. I make a good living for myself, but there's women who I'm sure plenty make way more than me. Mm-hmm.
So does a woman finance have to, like, do you think about that when you dating a woman or thinking about taking her serious?
It's not my main factor because I have the same approach that you have. Like, my goal is to hopefully motivate you. Yeah. I done dated a lot of broke women. Uh-huh. I ain't have a pot to piss in. I knew I shouldn't even been over there. He petty. I'm just saying, you asked me, I might well tell the truth. Like, I done it before. Like, I've done it before, but my goal has always been to motivate somebody because I do know that I want more. I don't ever want nobody to get content with life. Yeah. Like, the lifestyle I feel like I deserve and God has put out there for me to live, that $30,000 ain't gonna do it. But I wouldn't shit on you and be like, I never fuck with you, because I ain't gonna lie. Some of the dopest women that I done had in my life didn't have a lot of income. Yeah. But I do personally feel like, with what I bring to the table and the way I plan to motivate you, the way you see me go get it, we possibly can build something. So her financial situation ain't just a game breaker for me. Yeah. Being content is a game breaker for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Personally, I don't have a problem with women bashing men when it's applicable. Like, if that nigga ain't on this shit and he out here on some bullshit, call him out. Mm-hmm. On the flip side, if you on your bullshit and you ain't where you supposed to be, somebody should be able to call you out. Like, I feel like it's equal. Again, we supposed to be uplifting each other. And personally, I don't think that people are bashing to be hurtful. Or I don't even want to call it bashing. I don't think people are bringing up faults and flaws to be hurtful. Somebody got to hold somebody accountable. Because if not, we ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
So it's like, cool. Just don't get... Look, you can't tell me that I got to get more money. I got to get a better job. But you content with how much you make a year. The shit ain't clean around the house. The kids ain't yada, yada, yada. Like, nah, fuck that. Like, if I got to be a better father, if you slacking in the mother area, you got to be a better mother. Like, it's twofold.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you have a problem with men pointing out what they see about women?
No.
It's
I
just
don't.
how you do it.
It's how you deliver it. Like, talk to me like you got sense. You ain't about to be disrespectful. And
Well, I can't say how I feel it.
well, maybe you need to come back, go cool off, and come back and refill it, and then talk to me.
Refill it, I'm dead.
Because you're not gonna get a positive response. So if you come to me crazy, then I'm gonna be like, wait, who you talking to? And then there's no communication. You're not solving the problem. So now it's me against you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can rock with that. As long as you can accept the truth that comes at you.
Yeah.
I don't have no problem with you saying whatever you want to say.
Thanks.
When I give it back, I don't want to hear all the bullshit about, you ain't sympathetic.
You hurtful.
You hate women. That's the next one. You hate women.
Dog!
You hate women.
No, look, pause. No bullshit. I got into an argument with a motherfucker on Facebook yesterday, because I gave an opinion about something that I guess a couple motherfuckers and it was about a woman or whatever, a potter. I'm not gonna put it out there. I don't like her takes on a lot of shit because it is of this era. It's very problematic. It's very one-sided. So I'm like, cool, we got a pod without her. A motherfucker jumped on there. Why y'all hate women so much? Wait, so because I have a problem with the singular woman, I hate the whole gender now? Again, this is where we at, because of course you got the stupid motherfuckers jumped on there with all the likes and the hearts. I'm like, listen to how y'all sound. Like, cause if a motherfucker said that about one black person, and they applied it to the whole race, you motherfuckers be ready to ride. Like,
I agree.
Again, we in a stupid ass, dumb ass era, and it's only getting worse.
Yeah. I think men and women, we need each other at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So with us just going back and forth, it's not gonna work. I communicate with men who I can openly talk to respectfully, and I expect the same thing. That's the only way you're gonna get your point across. That's it.
That's true. Anything else y'all want to add to this subject?
I'm good.
Let me ask y'all a question on a personal note. Y'all both in the social media era. Y'all both create content. Who are you looking to gauge where you are at when it comes to putting out content?
Me personally, my gear is more so towards women, to encourage them and, my age group, who I can talk to and they understand the things that I'm going through, and I'm putting myself out there, and somebody else can say, wow, I'm going through the same thing, or I feel you, I understand, or you may disagree, but mine is in that my age group type of thing, and women.
Love you.
I'd have to say the general public for the most part, because ours is so tailored. It's not really one direction geared. So I guess whoever our core fan base is, as long as they still staying entertained and in the process hopefully getting new followers and fans of the show. But it's really not one specific area, I guess, demographic. But I do gauge our pod against other pods who I feel put out similar content and things like that. Yours.
Oh, y'all be over there?
No, not y'all.
Okay.
Not y'all.
Hating that he was talking about that. What he
I can't speak. Look, I can't speak for them. I'm speaking solely for myself. Because you and me, we talk all the time. So it's I look at what you're doing and I think about ways to incorporate some certain attributes and things like that on our pod and stuff like that. So,
okay, AKA steal my shit.
Okay. Here we go.
This will be the last time I invite this brother over here.
It be your own people.
Now, I look at a lot of what Vlad do. I look at a lot of what Vlad do, and the reason why I look at Vlad is because I think when it comes to Vlad, it's almost split down the middle. It's almost split down the middle where half of the people hate him. He a culture vulture. You gonna say everything about him, but then you got half that rock with him. They continue to support. They want to see what's going on. I'm gonna say 60-40. I ain't even gonna say 50-50. I'm gonna say 60-40 because half that 60% that will say in the same breath, "Oh, I ain't rocking with him." You still watching content because you'll start spitting, man. That Vlad interview with such and such, man. That was kind. So I'm gonna say it's a 60-40. I watch stuff that Vlad do for that very reason. It's almost like the Floyd mentality and game plan he had.
Right.
I'm going to talk enough shit or do whatever it is that I do to make half of you guys hate me, half of you love me. But in reality, y'all all watching. Y'all all paying for whatever it is that I'm doing. So I look at a lot of what he has going on. I'm a big fan of the Breakfast Club, how they structure their interviews. I look at a lot of what Angela Yee do. Like her lip service, whole spinoff. That's something totally different. She approached these artists in her own way, in her own manner. Those are things that I look at and say, oh, she got some originality to that. Like, she's not doing what everybody else is doing. So I look at that, and when I do my pods, I'm like, shit, what can I incorporate? What can I take from that? You know, how can I ask better questions? You know, how can I make sure that, oh, he thought I was going to go in this direction, but I'm really going here? You know, how can I grasp the audience attention right away?
Right.
You see, I used to do the cards. You know, I ask people on a scale of 1 to 10. Sometimes I get right off into a topic. Sometimes I switch it up. Let me get a little personal right here. You know, I'm always going to throw some comedy. So, you know, those are the ones that I look at to gauge the bar of where I'm at. What would you say you could do in this podcast space, in this content space, to improve what you're doing?
You can always improve, but like you said, watching other people, writing down what you're interested in, communicating, talking to everyday people in your life, at work, at school, or people, other parents, you know. So I feel like, yeah, communication. You have to talk to people and see where their perspective is and where they're at in their life and discuss it.
Yeah.
This might be a little broad, but I guess number one, leave the humility at the door, because if you think that your shit is dope already, and it's the dopest that it's gonna be, you're not gonna even look to improve. So really, like, look back at your own content and see how you can improve here. Just small shit like, oh, how do the mics look? What am I doing with my hands? Again, like you said, gauge the public. Like, have communication with your fans. What do you like about the pod? What do you not like about the pod? Things like that. Just always look for ways to better your craft. Because if you think your shit the dopest, again, you ain't gonna try to change shit, and that's how you gonna fall all the way the fuck behind.
Yeah.
Now, fuck content. You could be content and dope. Like, if you ain't looking to change shit, that shit gonna be trash. I'm just being honest.
Most definitely. I'll tell you the one thing that I do when it comes to mine. I realize that, and not necessarily this pod, but just when I do episodes, when I ask a question, you may answer it, and you may get yours off and be going 2-3 minutes. By the time it's time for him to answer, he didn't forget what the initial question was. So when he started talking, when I watched this back, I was like, what the fuck does that got to do with what I asked? But I realized he didn't forget because you took your time, and he didn't forget. So he trying to piggyback more so off of what you're saying, and it goes totally away from the question that I asked. So I realized that, like, sometimes I need to repeat the question before I go to the next person and say, okay, so when it comes to you, A, B, and C, repeat the question. I realized that I have to do that. Another thing that I don't do it anymore, but I used to notice, if you look at my early videos, I go right into the topic or asking questions. I wouldn't even announce what my name was because I'm so used to, the people that I know is going to watch me. My mindset, although I said it, my mindset was not the masses. I do the masses know who I am. If you've never seen me a day in your life, or you don't follow me on social media, how you gonna know who I am?
Right.
So I literally watch my own content, break it down, and say, oh, I can improve here. I can do this. Then I realized too, certain people that I target to do certain conversations ain't what I should be doing. Because some of the people that I think, oh, you'll be so dope for this, when it come to getting on that mic, I just be like, I fucked that up. I put out an episode that I know needs to be discussed, but I put the wrong group together. So you gotta literally, like you said, break your own shit down and look for ways to improve constantly. So,
Yeah.
is there anything else you guys would like to offer to this conversation, or any shout outs, any promotions y'all want to give, personal information, any of that? It's your time to shine.
Want me to go? Okay, well, I want to say I enjoy, even though I feel like y'all tried to double team me.
We tried.
But it's good.
No, not me.
I enjoy the content and having these conversations because it's needed. So I want to thank you for having me. And yeah, I have a YouTube channel, Promising Rose, and I have a book out, A Daughter's Perspective. And that's it for me.
Where can they get the book?
Amazon. Did you buy the book?
I did.
Oh.
I might have been the first one.
Oh, okay.
Don't hate on me. I'll support. So
Thanks for the
y'all
support.
know I support my black queens out here. I support my black queens.
Thanks for the support.
That was right. You weren't rapping in the book though, was you?
Yeah, I was.
Oh man.
You know, I was just
I guess for me to cap off this conversation, I present a solution that I've been thinking about for years. You may even seen the status before. I think you remember how we used to have typing in like sixth, seventh grade during high school. I think we're so far advanced now, with the advancement of social media and everything like that. How to navigate the internet and social media, I believe it needs to be an elective in junior high school, maybe even elementary, because especially with the kids and the games, tablets, shit like that, you damn near got to sign on the Facebook or your email anyway, so you can play games on the tablet, phone, and all that other shit. So I feel like since everything is so intertwined, it needs to become incorporated in just everyday curriculum. That's just like the way I see it and shit. But you know, shout out to Unfiltered University, Larry, Is, Drew, MJ, on all your platforms and everything like that. And you know,
Edit that last
Here you
part,
go.
cameraman. We don't
Be the
support
haters.
other pods over here, cameraman. Edit that last part out.
No,
Don't
hey.
know who he speak of.
hey, let that stay.
No, man, I appreciate y'all coming on the podcast. I say this in every episode, and it's the truth. Without you all coming on the podcast, giving y'all perspective on all these different topics, this podcast would have never grew. It would have never reached a lot of people. Y'all spreaded the word. You know, all of this helps every time I drop an episode. So I definitely thank you all. I appreciate you all. I also want to encourage people who thinking about getting in the podcast space to think about why you're doing it. A lot of people think it's cool, it's fun, not realizing the work that goes in behind this. So keep in mind, this ain't the easiest thing to do.
Whole fucking job.
Holding somebody's attention for 30 minutes, 40, an hour, ain't the easiest thing to do. Also, when you see people do jump in this space and it's some good shit, support it. Support it. Don't wait till somebody blow up. Don't wait till a clip go viral. Now you want to go back and catch every episode. Like, give it a shot, a legit shot. If you don't like it, cool. It's understandable. Leave some feedback. Tell me, shit, I don't like that shit right there. Like, stay away. I'm cool with it. You know, at the end of the day, it's time, money, effort, all that stuff being put in this. So, you know, I want to leave y'all with that. This has been another episode of the Thought Provoking Podcast. Catch you next time.